the military wings. So it's good for them. They are good to go.
All right, then. We're going to be talking about the police in our next conversation, okay? So let's move straight to our next conversation, gentlemen. Now, as technology continues to evolve, Nigeria's government is tapping into this opportunity to improve internal security and public safety. In Abuja, the country's capital, the federal government inaugurated a smart divisional police headquarters equipped with CCTV, surveillance, solar power, perimeter fencing, and overhead water tanks. The facility, built by the Nigerian Police Trust Fund, is to be commissioned in Kogi, Enugu, and other parts of the country in the coming days. Yes, Kaidi, hooray! We now have a smart, police station in Abuja. But talk to me. What does this entail?
I didn't know the particular VIPs at that event who made a very, very important statement that the personnel that should man this police station should be digitally
tech savvy. They
need to know how to operate these things.
Absolutely.
I almost quoted the scripture now. That what shall it profit? Because it's not enough to have those things and not see it being maximized.
Absolutely.
We don't want to go through the write a statement thing.
Exactly.
And police will be the one writing every word for you. You understand? Let us have these things being detected. Let us have the CCTV doing a whole lot of work. It is as much as it doesn't look encouraging that we are just talking about across the country, this thing needs to be supported, needs to be, pardon my language, needs to be proliferated across the country.
Okay.
We need it very, very often. You understand? Because the policing has gone beyond all this manual approach that we're still doing. While you're still making calls, while you're still calling people, you'll be doing descriptions and somebody has gone with your property and the stuff. So we need this. It's long overdue. It's quite welcoming. But please let us account for this technology every time. So somebody will tell us there is no solar power again. They've stolen the solar power, or one person has sold it. We've heard nasty stories. Our police stations are not a place to behold. Maybe that's a statement of, that's a fallacious statement, but a good number of police stations are not a place to behold. So when we see this kind of stations,
proper funding of police station.
Yes,
it's a conversation.
Somebody will tell you that for you to go to court, you have to pay money, pay for the fuel to move the car to the court. So many terrible experiences if you have been there, because it looks like you don't go to police stations. So these are issues that should not be identified in this 21st century. Let us do everything possible to encourage this. Let us fund it. I want to believe that Nigerians would tap into the trust fund this time around if they can see value for their money. Trust me, Nigerians don't even mind paying through their nose to be secured, to be able to close their eyes very well.
Okay. Now, we have a smart police station. Yes, in Abuja. Other states still coming, Kogi, Enugu. But will this bring about effective and efficient policing?
That's the question he answered. Who are those to use this smart
police
station? Because that's critical. I've had reasons, not once, not twice, not thrice, to ask policemen who stopped me and looking at something, and I say, even the vehicle you are driving, have you looked at it? Because they are bad. Sometimes I wonder even if those drivers handling those vehicles are trained, because you see some, it's like the yellow buses in Lagos, all battered, and they're still driving it around. How do you even use that kind of vehicle to chase an armed robber? You know, so it now boils down to, when you get these facilities, are you going to be able to use it? Are those people you are going to put there not turn it to a charging point because they have solar and be collecting money from people who want to charge their phones? Those are the basic things that we need to start talking about. They are germane. And you see policemen at
Happy Sunday.
Some you will see them, the vehicle will stop and you see them running with tech to police to filling stations. So we need to start this conversation again. If you are going to have all of this, how do you manage them?
Now let's also look at the credibility gap between the Nigerian people and the police. The gap. How do you think, with having a smart police station, do you think
they can bridge that
gap when it comes to credibility?
We will stay positive.
They say police is your friend.
You see, why I choose to stay positive about a lot of Nigerian narratives. Well, I can't remember the year. There was a time my car broke down on a long bridge. If you know what they call long bridge, Lagos about the express road. My car broke down, and the tire broke down because of the stories we've heard. How people are kidnapped, how people are attacked, how people are macheted. I was driving with my broken tire. I didn't want to stop to even change my tire. That was how deep the fear was. And I saw policemen. I didn't realize those policemen. They were flashing me, and they ran to make sure that I am secured. They stopped, helped me, changed my tire, dropped their gun. I'm talking about mobile policemen. Dropped their gun, fixed my tire, and was not ready to ask for anything.
They are good police.
I'm serious. So what am I saying is that I have to beg them that, see, you know what, I'm giving you money. I cannot imagine the kind of attack, what I would have lost if I get attacked on this long bridge. So I had to beg them, you know, give them maybe 5K or 10K, I can't remember then. But this was like 10, 15 years ago. So that's to let you know that no matter how small this trust is, let us amplify it. Sure. Let us make them feel human. Let us treat them that, okay, these are part of the people who have suffered issues in this country.
I mean, without them,
and
we
they can
can't
be treated well.
We can't
so they can be treated well. They moved me, you know, even outside the long bridge before they released me.
Absolutely.
So that's Nigerian police.
Okay, but another area is there. I mean, just recently, the northern leaders, you know, they said that state police is now.
Yes.
Now, how do you think we can incorporate this issue, this smart policing, into state police?
Well, whichever way you look at it, the smart police that is in force now is still a federal government idea.
Yes.
All the governors have agreed. The way to go is the state police. They've said it. So gradually we are going to move there. Gradually we are going to get there. But we also need, like you said, and he said also, to start highlighting some of the positives. Unfortunately, while Jesus had 12 disciples and only one was a Judas, it appears the police has 11 Judases and only one good man. So I'm not castigating everybody. I'm just saying that's the way it appears to a lot of Nigerians. Because why?
Adejobi will not like that.
He won't.
He won't like that.
But he knows we are brothers.
Yeah, whichever I know,
way.
But he will like
in
that.
terms of his own calling, my dad, he knows him. He died as a CP serving. We are from the same Osun state, so we can tell ourselves some of this truth.
And your dad was a police?
Yeah, his dad as a commissioner of police.
So
we need to start realizing that the men that they put on the road, they need far more intelligent men and well-behaved men on the road than they need in the offices. Because those are the people we are seeing, and that is where we are getting this impression that we have more Judas
I guess the
in the
police
police.
really need to do some sort of psychological evaluation of their officers. You know,
it's
the recruitment process
it's a difficult thing.
Exactly.
It's a difficult. We saw what happened during NSAS. They said they were going to profile and do all of that. Do you know how much of millions we are going to spend on that? So, like you said, we need to start from the entry point.
Just hold that thought. We have Patrick calling from Okene. Patrick, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Patrick, let's talk. Okay. I think
we just need to do more in terms of how the police even and how they handle the small fund that is budgeted for them every year. Because how will a policeman not have petrol? That's even basic. What then do you now say of?
They pay for their own uniforms. You know, does the money even trickle down?
Yeah, that's what we're saying, that when you have state police, you have a smaller unit to oversee. The IG sits in Abuja. He doesn't even know what I'm talking about. That here in Lagos, you see the capital of money for Nigeria. You see so many rickety police stations, so many rickety police vehicles. We are not even talking about the accommodation now. We are talking about the ones that people visit every day. You see them in the night, no lights. They use torchlights or put candle or something in the station. And these are people who run 24/7. So it's a big issue. And that's why the state police
station even have at least 100,000 naira as a
every
budget
month.
every month.
I'm sure it's a no.
Like a float, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
can even have
something to do.
100,000, you know.
You can't
So
just
I think
wake up.
that's part of the things this kind of digital police station should embed. Let's have some kind of control funds, money that are moving out.
And accountability also.
Exactly.
If you get 100,000,
All right.
you should be able to.
Patrick from Okene is back.
Exactly.
Patrick, thank you so much for joining us on the show.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
I appreciate all the discussions ongoing. I just want to observe that as far as we are Nigerians, whether educated or not educated, nothing, yes, on the ongoing. Yes, you see, corruption is not.
All right, thank you so much, Patrick. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. All right, just round up on your thoughts.
Distracted. So we must have a system that is accountable.
Okay.
You have given me an imprest. I should be able to retire it with some form of backing.
Absolutely.
This is 100,000 for this smart police station. We bought fuel of so. We did this, you know, and we're on the go, because what happens a lot of times is, I believe, and genuinely so, that those who do some of this budgeting, they don't even realize what those people need to operate.
Yes,
They
the
don't.
expenses required.
Okay.
Too much.
All right, gentlemen, let's move straight to our next conversation. Let's talk population.